Hey everyone, my name is Anil, and today we are starting a new series about building basics apps using no-code tools like Bubble, Webflow, and other tools like that. So today we are going to start with that basic to-do list app. So in which you can first create a task, you can mark the task complete and mark the task incomplete. So let's begin. Right. So let's start. We're going to begin with having an input box here. Okay, this is a multi-line input box, so we will just need a single line input box. So yeah, we're going to create an input box and we're going to put a placeholder as task, and we going to have a button to create task. Let's change it to task name. Yeah. So we have the input field. User can write down the task name here and click on it to create the task. So once they click on it, the task will be created in the database. So for that we need to start with the data type. So we're going to create a data type of task, and this will store the list of all the tasks which has been created in this application. So we're going to have two new field. One will be task name. This will be text, and another would be the status of this task. We're also introduce a name. So you can also have multiple fields here. You can also store the date when the task is created. You can have other descriptions as the detailed description of the task. So you can have another input box and store its value here. So we're going to go back to design, and we're going to create a workflow that will happen when this button is created. Which button? The button of create a task. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a new thing in the task, and we'll set the value of task name. We're going to enter the task name. We're going to provide a value from input task name value. So what we are saying is whatever you'll enter here, it this will be the task name of the in the database. Going back to workflow, and we're going to set another field which will be the status of this task, and we're going to by default give it open. So this will be an open task. Go back to design, and now we're going to create a repeating group. So repeating group is to show a list of items from a from a source which will be in your database. So what you can do is you can give it a type of content is task. So it's going to fetch the list of tasks from the database, and the data source would be that show me, do a search for all the task where the constraint is the status should be equal to open. So whenever it will see the status as open, it will the task name will appear here in this list. We're going to increase the number of row to, let's say, 7, and let's also give a heading to make it a bit clearer. So we're going to write this is a list of open tasks. All right, this one. You're going to, so the task should how will you mark the task as completed with through the checkbox. So we're going to use the checkbox input area in this cell. So what we are saying is not going to name it because we want the name of the task. So it's going to be dynamic data which will fetch the value of task name from the database. So the current cell task. So what it's saying is this repeating group is for task wherever the task name is open, and this one is the sorry my bad. And this one is the current cell's task name. So it should show a task name in this list. We are going to have another list here. So we are going to have another list here for the close task. We're going to copy paste both of these elements, and sorry, oops, yeah. Okay, so we are going to rename it to close task, and we are saying this was the list of open tasks here, and this one we want to be only have closed tasks. So we are again search for all the tasks, but where the value is closed, not open. So this will show the current cell value, the name of the task, because we have already defined the show only those tasks which are closed. But we are going to just rename the component so that we'll know which one to click when we are making a workflow. So this will be closed, and by default value of should be checked because it has already completed. And this one, keep it open. Yeah. And we're going to leave it to by default as unchecked because these are pending tasks, these are open tasks. All right, so let's first test if the task is getting created in the database, and it should appear in the open task list. So new task, yeah, it's here. Fantastic. So now we need to make a workflow for whenever this cell is checked, it should go into the closed task list, and whenever this is unchecked, it should come back to the open task list. So what we are going to create a new workflow defining the when of it. So when it should happen. So we are going to select the element, and in element we are going to say whenever an input value is changed. Which input value? For the open current cell task. Whenever that changes, start with the step 1 of make changes to a thing. So what do we want to change? We want to change the status of the task. So we are going to select current cell task status should change to close. I have to check if I use closed or closed there. Let me just check it. Or we use close to either I can change it here, naming it as close, or I can change it there, naming it as close. So I'm just going to change it here and come back to the workflow. So it's whenever we click on this, like this one, whenever its state is changed to checked, it's going to change its status to close, and it should start appearing here. The same thing we're going to change for the closed task, that whenever this input value is changed to unchecked, it's just go back to the open task. So what we're going to say is whenever the element input value is changed, which element close task, it should make changes to a thing, which thing, current cell task, and it should change its status to open. Yeah. Okay, so let's preview it to see if it's working. Yep. Create another task, make another video, and create this task. It's here, and once we click on it, it should go to the list of closed tasks. Fantastic. And let's try another one, and once we click it back, it should come back here as an open task. Great. So let's create another task. So if you have noticed, every time we create new task, the last value of the task name gets stays here, and we have to delete it first and then enter the next value. So what we're going to do is now to reset it again and again, that whenever you create a new task, we already have a workflow associated with it that create a new task. So in the next step, what we are going to see is set as key element action should resets its input value. So we're just going to reset it value, and now anytime you and create a new task, the input value will reset to 0. So new task. It's reset to 0. So this was a brief basic to-do list application which you can create. Now you can add multiple values, you can store multiple values along with the task as a data as a data field. Start filtering the information of tasks on basis on those values. So you can have creator of the task assigned to task when it's completed. So yeah, this was a brief introduction. Thanks. So I hope you found this video useful, and we are going to cover more in the more topics in the future, and more tools like Bubbles, bit more detailed video of Bubble, and Webflow, Zapier, Airtable, MemberStack, and much more tools. So if you have any requests, you can leave it in the comment, and we'll try to cover them. Thanks for watching.